Hi, my name is Gene Bice and I'm with Jireh Supplies. Today I'm going to show you how to do an initial setup on your Bose L1 Model II system with B2 sub and T1 ToneMatch Mixer. Now when you unpack everything from the cardboard boxes, you're going to end up with 5 different packages. One is your base unit, 2 bags that have each of your speakers in it, 1 for the sub and 1 for the T1 mixer. First thing you want to do is take the base unit out. Now your power cord is stored in this pocket, but we've already got one set up for the demonstration. The first thing you do is open up the wings. They just flip out. And go ahead and plug it into power. The next thing you want to do with your speakers is go ahead and open up both bags. The first speaker that you want is the one with the cap on it, which is the wide cap, which that goes into the base. So that's the first thing that you want to set up, and you just drop it into place. The next step that you're going to do, you're only going to do one time on your first setup, is you want to put the bracket into the speaker that holds the mixer. So to do that, you can loosen the thumb screw and just slide it in the slot in the back and slide it down a few inches and tighten it up. Now this is the only time that you'll have to do that because you can leave it nested in there when you're storing it. The next step is to take your other speaker column and just drop it into place. Now your speakers and your base unit are completely set up and ready to go. The next step is to take your mixer out of the bag, and you want to press the button to remove the cover. It's a protective cover that you can use while it's even just sitting there. And you get your power cord. In the box with the mixer is your bracket that holds the mixer, and it just simply slides into the T-slot and locks into place. And on the bottom of the mixer you'll see a hole with 2 slots. Now you can put the mixer on either side, whichever is more convenient for you. You just put it in that hole, and it sets in place at the proper angle. Now to plug it up for power and for audio, you're going to be using the supplied Ethercon cable. It looks like an RJ45, and you just plug it into the input jack, and you hear it click into place, and you do the same thing in the base unit. Lock it into place, put it in, and it snaps. At this point you can go ahead and turn power on. The next step is to set up the sub. The sub just nests right beside the unit, and remove your protective cover. And you take your speaker cord that's supplied. It was in the box with the sub, and on each end it has a blue connector. They're the same, so it doesn't matter which end you use. These are called Speakon connectors. And to plug it up, you simply look at the connector and you just turn it till it slides into place, and then you twist it till it clicks. And then on the base unit you do the same thing. You just line up the slots and turn it till it clicks. Now the subwoofer is all set up. The next thing that we're going to do is turn the power on the mixer, and we're going to hook up your first input device, which in this case is going to be a microphone. There's 4 inputs on the back of the mixer, and this jack is called a combo jack. It will accept XLR, a 3-pin XLR like a microphone cord, or directly in the center you can plug a 1/4-inch cable. In this case, we're going to plug into channel 1 a microphone, so plug it up. Now you can move around to the front of the unit. When you first unpack it, all the volume levels on everything are down, so you want to turn the master volume up to about halfway, and the volume for the first channel, which is what we're working on, halfway. Now I can begin talking, but I'm not really loud enough. I need more volume. So I take the trim, which is also called the gain, and I start turning it up. And talking, test 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, now I have it about halfway, and that's a really good volume. And now it still gives me plenty of room to turn the system up or down, turn that channel up or down, and then still room on the master volume. So I'm not overdriving the channel and making it sound distorted. So that is a properly set up input channel. Now, on each channel you have a mute button. Press it and it lights up, and that channel is muted. I can unmute it and continue using the microphone, or mute it. Now, I'm going to hook up a iPod to the system, and show you how to properly set up an input there. Once again, we're using our combo jack, but this time I'm using the 1/4 inch mono cable, plugging it in through the center hole, and then plugging it into the iPod or iPhone, whichever the case may be, and I can start some music playing. Now, before I start the music, I want to set the channel up properly, so once again I turn the volume to halfway, and I start checking the system. So now I can play the music. And the volume still needs to be louder, so I'm going to unmute it and start turning up the trim.
Let's keep it light. We'll do a fight night.
Now that's a really good volume for that, and it still gives me headroom to turn it up and down. Now keep in mind that a microphone, which we used first, is a microphone level, and an iPod or iPhone or CD player is line level. It's a hotter signal, so that's why I had to turn up the trim on the first channel, the microphone, more than I did the iPod. So now that I have the music playing, so once again I can mute the channel, I can unmute channels as needed. The middle part of the mixer is where you'll find your different EQs, your tuner. It has a built-in guitar tuner, your parametric EQ, many other features, and the details on that can be found in your mixer and also online. Now that we've done all of this, your system is completely set up and ready to use. If you're plugging in more devices, you'll just repeat the process that we did on channel 1 and 2. You'll repeat it on the other 2 channels. The system is completely set up and ready to use, and it can be left alone until you're ready to use it. To pack it up, you simply just repeat the process of taking it down and putting it all back in the storage cases, and the system is completely ready to use in under just a few minutes. If you have any questions on the Bose L1 Model II system, give us a call at Jireh Supplies. The number is 770-338-0999, or you can visit us on the web at www.jirehsupplies.com. That's JIREHSUPPLIES.com. Once again, my name is Gene Bice, and thank you for viewing our video.